Good evening, everyone. We're going to begin our April 3rd business meeting of the Wantagh Board of Education. We're going to start with a salute to the flag and then a moment of silence for Anthony Sales, father-in-law of Diane Sales. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. For communications to the Board of Education, communications were received by the following people listed in the agenda. C, Superintendent's Report. Mr. McNamara.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for attending tonight. I'm John McNamara, Superintendent of Schools. We always like to start our meetings off with some good news and celebrate some of our student accomplishments. So we're going to start tonight with our all-county artists. I know a number of our all-county artists are here with us this evening. And these are students that received all-county recognition last month for some of their outstanding artwork. We have some of those displayed right behind us, and we just want to thank them for joining us. Our art program really continues to thrive and do amazing things for our students. And you know, we just have such a dedicated art staff that really just comes up with creative program and supports our students in their development in the arts. So we like to recognize them. Our Director of Fine and Performing Arts and Business Education, Kelly Jones, is here with us tonight. So I'm just going to invite her up to the microphone, and we'll call each one of our all-county artists up to receive their certificates. And if they could stay gathered in the front here when they come up, we're going to do a photo with them as well. So we just appreciate if they could stay right up here in the front once they come up.
There it is. Good evening, everyone. Try again. We're just so proud of the art department and especially these honorees. They had their art displayed at Herrick's High School among hundreds, thousands of incredible art from across the island from Nassau County. So there's just some incredible talent, and we're just so proud of our amazing art students and our staff and just everything that they can accomplish. Keep dreaming, keep designing, and enjoy your art. So here we go. Aviana Amandolari. Sorry. Come here, Aviana. Daniela Mendez. Dylan Yanelli. Ellen Jablonski. Francesca Caruso. Grace Pack. Haley Fahey. Julia Schmidt. There she is. Juliana Messina. Lexi Merting. Penelope Ambrosi. There she is. Awesome. Ryan Rice. Samantha Nilsson. Zoe Cho. Xander Abel. There's Xander. Victoria Chen. Marissa Mostransky. Maximus Naglieri. Mia Rispoli. Mia. Alexander Michaelides. Alyssa Kimball. There she is. Ava Pasqua. And Ava Zampini.
All right, also joining us tonight are our Long Island champion girls varsity basketball team. Huge congratulations to them. What an unbelievable run they had. Historic, first time in school history being Long Island champs, going up to the States, winning the semifinal game. Probably one of the most exciting girls basketball games I've ever seen. That semifinal game, down 15 points going into the fourth quarter, that 22-0 run to come back and take the lead was absolutely unbelievable. Such a great season, just so many exciting moments that they had. The exciting finish against Lynbrook, you know, losing to them in the regular season and then to defeat them in the county championship game. When Riley put that ball in, when Kay saved it to her, was unbelievable. Just such a great moment. Really, just just an amazing team, the way they gelled and performed. So just so proud of them and what they accomplished. You know, hats off to Coach B and to Ray for the work they've done with the team this year. Yeah, please. It was just such an exciting final 2-3 weeks of the season, and just an unbelievable run for some of you on the team. I mean, watching, you know, lacrosse last year, the county championship soccer this year, you know, many of you part of multiple teams, just a really talented group of athletes, and really kind of an unprecedented run in school history. So a lot to be proud of tonight. We want to recognize each of you. We have certificates for you. Ms. Keene sends her regards and regrets that she can't be here tonight. She's being recognized by CYO for accomplishment that she had. So that was tonight. So Dr. Sclary is going to come up to the microphone, just call each of you up. And if you could stay up here for a picture, we would love that as well. So congratulations to the girls, an outstanding season.
Congratulations to all the girls. First, Sabrina Asadorian. Juliana Sarasi. Caitlin Clark. Isabel Ferraro. Riley Forthofer. Melina Gallo. Kayla Mannix. Bridget McGowan. Michaela McNeil. Cameron Mitchell. Gianna Passion. And Ella Perfetti.
Oh, Kate McCovic, so sorry, Kate. Come on up, please. Oh. Our apologies. All right, and before the girls go, too, we have one other recognition tonight, too, related to basketball. We wanted to take a second to recognize Coach B. Coach is after this historic run, is also being inducted into the New York State Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Fame. He has just had just an outstanding legacy here in Wantagh. His commitment to the girls' basketball program is just unparalleled. He's guided Wantagh, you know, obviously to the New York State Finals appearance this year, but 3 county titles, 5 county championship appearances, 11 conference crowns over the 32 seasons that he's been the coach. Just a remarkable career, and just so dedicated to this program and to our student athletes. Look, demands a lot of his athletes and gets a lot out of them. And it's just been great to watch, for me, to watch him over the past 10 years and everything he has given to the program and to our students. And it's just been an honor to watch that program continue to grow. So, if you would have told me that we would have been in the state final this year, I don't know if I would have believed him. But we were there, and we just did an amazing job. It's kudos to him and to Ray and to the work they've done, and certainly to the girls. So I wanted to present Coach B with a certificate from us, just recognizing his induction in the Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Coach. Right, just one other recognition to our assistant principals. Next week is Assistant Principal Week. Often the unheralded work of an assistant principal goes unrecognized, so we want to take an opportunity to recognize them. Mrs. Quattrochi at the middle school, Ms. Stender at Wantagh L, and then Mr. Pappas and Dr. Widman at the high school. So congratulations to them. Thank them for their dedication, and congratulations on Assistant Principals Week next week. All right, we're going to switch over to more of the business portion of our meeting. So those of you that are heading out of here, now's the time to do so. Thank you. Thank you for attending tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Congratulations. Thank you. All right, mascot update. So the board sent out a letter to the community last week, just giving an update on where we are with that. As many of you know, that there's been a new regulation that was a couple of years old now that New York State passed, requiring school districts with Native American mascots to move away from them and adopt new mascots. The Board of Education has appealed that and challenged that in the courts. We got the unfortunate news that challenge was unsuccessful last week, and the judge dismissed many of the aspects of the case. Certainly disappointed, and the board's going to weigh some options in terms of what next steps look like. And in the coming days, we'll continue to keep the community updated, but certainly disappointing news. We are also in budget season, so tonight the board will actually adopt the budget for the upcoming school year. That's on the agenda for a little bit later. So I just want to give a brief overview of the budget tonight. We'll do our full budget hearing. That'll be coming up in a couple of weeks at our May meeting to go through that. But I just wanted to walk you through that a little bit tonight. These were our goals for the budget. Obviously continue all of our outstanding programs in existing programs K-12, expand our course offerings for our students. I'll highlight a few of those tonight. Maintain our class sizes across the district. That's something we've really been focused on the past couple of years, to continue to bring down class sizes across the elementary level in particular, and continue all of our capital improvement projects. The positive financial news, New York State Comptroller fiscal stress score, all good, and really a stable financial condition of the district that we currently have. This is the budget, what it looks like for next year. You can see our tax cap for this year is 2.89%, and we're just under that this year, is what the proposed budget calls for. And you can see the year-over-year levy increase, which is about $1.9 million. UPK is a program we continue to highlight. That's a program that now we're going to be offering in its 5th year for next year. We are up to 8 sections over the past several years. Excited about having our 4-year-olds in our buildings. We have 4 sections over at Wantagh L, and then 2 each at Mandalay and Forest Lake, a program that's been really successful. We've had a nice partnership with Scope to provide that service to our students, and we're excited to continue to do that. We've received a grant through New York State for that over the past several years. You can see that will continue next year. It was increased to about $760,000 last year. We anticipate that's going to be the same for next year as well to continue the 8 sections that we currently have. These are the class sizes that we're projecting for next year, the elementary. Once again, you can see the relatively low numbers that we're going to be able to continue to maintain. You know, we've really made a conscious effort. When we had to put the budget up for revote several years ago, we saw an increase in class size, and we've worked to really get back to where we were prior and even now at a lower range. So, you know, happy to report that those numbers continue to look really good for next year. And we'll continue to monitor kindergarten as that enrollment continues to come in. These are some of the new programs that we're excited about for next year. You can see we've had a really successful what we call WIN at the elementary school. It's our WIN program. It's What I Need, which is push-in support for reading support for our students in K-2. And we're going to look to expand that next year to 3rd grade, which we're excited about. We know that push-in support has been really successful. So we have an FTE increase in the budget to support that additional reading staff to provide that service. We also are going to continue to expand our special education program. That's something that we really, about 5 years ago now, 6 years ago now, we made a decision to really to start a 611 program at our elementary schools with a small number of students. That program has continued to grow. We now have a number of students that would have been in out-of-district placements and that are able to stay right here in the district that we're going to be able to continue to support. That is going to continue to expand. We'll actually have 2 sections of that at the middle school, and we'll have a full section of that at the high school. So that, once again, started small number of students several years ago at the elementary and has continued to grow. And then these are some of the new electives where our science research program continues to grow, our Science Research Academy. We were really excited last month. We were able to open up our science research space. That's a new space that we did through a grant that we received through New York State. And that program continues to expand. We anticipate having over 60 students in that program next year, which is really exciting. It'll be in year 3, so we'll now have students really at 3 different levels, and look forward to the final expansion the following year to that 4th level. And kudos to all involved. It's really been a great success for us. A new broadcasting offering at the high school as well. New construction courses as well to expand our technology program. A cybersecurity offering that leads to an industry standard certification in cybersecurity for our students, and a couple of new theater electives, as well as an EMT program that we're going to be offering in the evenings to our students in the community. So exciting new offerings. Number of capital projects. I won't go through all these in detail. These are some of the projects that we have completed throughout the year, as well as a couple of proposals for the summer, summer work that we look to do. But you can see, the Science Research Lab is in there, as well as a number of other projects. We worked on our middle school gymnasium this past summer. You can see some of the bathroom renovations that were done. So a whole host of things. Parts of this have been done through our capital reserve, parts through a transfer to capital that was in the budget last year, and then part of these are also done through bond work that was approved by the community in December of '22. We're starting to see that work start to develop. This summer, we just, before this meeting, met with the architect to give the board an update on some of the projects, and you can really see a number of the bond projects will start to come to fruition in the summer, which will include the HVAC upgrades, window upgrades across the district. We'll have some roof work done as well. On the up for vote for this upcoming ballot on the budget vote will be two propositions. One will be for the budget. The other one will be for a capital reserve. The language up on the screen is what will appear on the ballot, but it's really for the approval of the first group of projects on this list. You can see the $2.1 million is for a roof, significant section of roof repair that will be done at Wantagh L. That's really over at the original building in Wantagh L, the original slate roof that will be repaired, which is the largest portion of it, as well as some ceiling work at Wantagh High School. That's classroom ceiling work, where we're going to be doing some HVAC work and running some piping through those ceilings and going to be replacing those. As well as some security camera upgrades. We'll be replacing some older cameras and adding some additional ones and the corresponding switchgear to go along with that. And then you can see there's some district auditorium lighting. We have been doing pieces of the auditorium where we can. So this will be some additional lighting. We did some sound upgrades last year and continue to work on that. And then some smaller projects in our transfer to capital. A lot of these are course related, where we're doing some new coursework. We're adding a new life skills space for our high school students in the life skills program. We did a middle school life skills room several years ago, and this is the next step as those students continue to progress through our district. And also in there, gym flooring, those types of things, typical projects we do each and every year. New York State aid picture, right now this is the number. You can see that we're anticipating. We don't have an adopted budget by New York State. April 1st is the deadline for New York State to adopt the budget. Unfortunately, they have not reached a final budget yet, so we're waiting on that final number. This number is based on the governor's proposal to the legislature, so that's represents a 2% year-over-year increase for us. You can see that's that $22.8 million number. And we'll have a final number hopefully in the coming days. We feel pretty solid with this number and anticipate, if anything, maybe a small increase to that. Staffing is the biggest driver in our budget. We did a series of budget forums where we really went into detail with our staffing. All those are available online, so I'd encourage you, if you have interest in this area, to kind of take a look at what that looks like. We have a couple of increases with our instructional staff related to some of our special education increases, and you can kind of see that reflected here in the year-over-year increase of a total of about 4 positions. 2 of those positions were added after the budget last year, so you can see that's reflected in here as well. Summary, you can see where that we have those 2 propositions that I referenced earlier, the budget itself and then the capital reserve fund as well. And our district will continue to offer all of our outstanding programs and will come in below the tax cap. All of the presentations that we did throughout the budget season were located are located on the website, so you can see the forums that we did, as well as all of the corresponding presentations. There's video recordings of those, as well as the presentations that go along with them on the district website, so we encourage you to take a look at those if you have any questions about that. And then in addition, we did a series of budget focus groups where Mr. Cedrone and I did virtual meetings with residents that were interested. And then we thank all those that completed our budget survey. The budget survey that everybody filled in, we then kind of share that data as we're developing the budget. So we appreciate everybody that participated in all of our forums, our focus groups, and completed the survey. Next steps, tonight is when the board will adopt the budget for the next school year. And then we'll have our budget hearing on May 8th. That'll take place at our business meeting. We'll go over this similar presentation with a little bit more detail. And then we'll be doing our community outreach. We have a series of meetings that we'll be attending between April 30th and May 19th to lead up to our budget. And then our budget vote is on May 20th, and that, once again, will take place at all 3 of our elementary schools. and the polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. And with that, I'll wrap up the superintendent's report and thank those who attended tonight, and I'll turn it back over to Mrs. Cassidy.
Thank you, Mr. McNamara. D1, approval of minutes. Is there a motion? Move. Second? Second. All in favor? Aye. E, financials. E1, financial reports. Is there a motion? Move. Second? Second. All in favor? Aye. F, personnel. F1, approval of personnel items. Is there a motion? Move. Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. G, contractual and other authorizations. G1, Affordable Care Act Consultant Extension. G2, Health Services Agreement. G3, Related Services Agreement. G4, Nassau BOCES Agreement. Is there a motion?
Move.
Second? All in favor? Aye. G5, budget increase. G6, donations. The Board of Education approves the donation of $1,300 from the Wantagh Elementary School PTA for a PARP assembly, Harlem Wizards entertainment featuring Swoop basketball entertainer and writer-author. The Board of Education also approves the donation of $525.80 from the Mandalay Elementary School PTA for the 5th grade in-house field trip DNA lab bus. Thank you to both of these PTAs for their generous donations. G7, disposal of obsolete books. 8, disposal of obsolete equipment. Is there a motion?
Move.
Second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Now we're going to move on to H, unfinished business. There is none. I, new business. I1, approval of Committee on Special Education and Preschool Education recommendations. I2, proposed 2025-26 budget. Is there a motion? Second? Second. All in favor? Aye. And J, we're going to move over to our addendums. J1, capital improvement project. J2, capital improvement project, elementary kitchen cafeteria. J3, capital improvement project, elementary kitchen and cafeteria renovations. Equipment. J4, capital improvement project, Wantagh High School kitchen and cafeteria renovations, general construction. J5, capital improvement projects, Wantagh High School kitchen and cafeteria renovations, equipment. J6, capital improvement projects, Wantagh High School kitchen and cafeteria renovations, furniture and casework. J7, capital improvement projects, HVAC upgrades and modifications, district-wide mechanical and construction. J8, capital improvement projects, HVAC upgrades and modifications, district-wide electrical. J9, capital improvement projects, HVAC upgrades and modifications, district-wide general construction. J10, capital improvement projects, toilet renovation project, general construction. J11, capital improvement projects, window replacement project, general construction. And J12, capital improvement projects, window replacement project, windows. Is there a motion?
Move.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Now, okay, we're going to move to an adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Madam President, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and now we're going to move on to our organizations. We do not have, student government is not here today, correct? Okay. Forest Lake PTA? Is anybody here? Mandalay PTA? Wantagh LPTA? Let's just go through just in case. 6 to 12 Association? SEPTA? PTA Council? Sports Booster Club? Performing Arts Booster Club? The Wantagh Foundation. Okay, and now we're going to open up to public comment. If anybody has anything they'd like to say, they can address the board at this time. Anybody? Yep, right there.
Hi. Can you hear me? Yes. My name is Maureen O'Donnell. I am one of the neighbors that live on Daffodil Lane right here, which I'm sure you're all aware of. I know you won't answer any questions tonight, so I want to know when you will be willing to answer questions about the stadium lights that are going to be going up in our backyards. Can you answer that, or you can't, or nod, or
Yeah,
something?
so the way the public comment works is you can pose questions, you can make a statement, and then at the end of the public comment period, we'll respond to those questions or statements.
So tonight you'll respond, or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the only other thing that I really want to say right now is I'm sure you all have beautiful homes, backyards, you're comfortable, right? Everybody's comfortable in their homes. We've been here for over 30 years. We love it. We've never had a problem. We've always been good neighbors to all of you. We've always done everything to try to keep the school field safe when nobody's around. No security, cops, nothing, right? There's stuff going on all the time. Just imagine if somebody came into your backyard and decided to put up stadium lights and light up your whole backyard. Traffic, I don't know where you're gonna have all these people parking if you're planning on renting it out, which is what we hear, and you could say whatever you want. But there's gonna be an overload of parking, people, noise, music. We already deal with 7:30 a.m., either the band, which is fine, practices, you know, it's just a lot. And I know you got a donation, and that's great, but we want to be part of the discussions and not have it kept from us like it has been. Nobody said a word. We'd like to be involved. We'd like to talk to whoever the donor is. Like, let's all be adults here and try to make everybody happy and be friends, not enemies. And that's it for now. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you for this chance to speak. I'm a neighbor of Maureen and of the school. So I'm going to kind of just... Sure. I'm just going to try to give you, basically, from my perspective, our perspective, our family, and what we have dealt with. And the reason for this is just to try to put yourself in our places, okay? We're not trying to go against everybody, and that's what we're being made feel like, that we are just against everything, and we're not. We're trying to establish a quality of life that we have worked so hard for. We pay our taxes. We keep a clean house. We watch out for the schools. Today, somebody left their car running in front of our house for an hour. I had a call. I thought they were coming back. I'm like, you might want to let them know. So we do our best. So just to start our journey here, when I moved here in 1999, there were bleachers or stadiums, whatever you call it. There was about 70 foot north of our house. The structure was steel and wood. Now budget passes, so the school's size is increasing, sports teams are doing well. You want nice things. Okay. It turns out that it is, I should have measured it, but I'm gonna say it's about 20 feet tall. So now this is completely in my backyard. I did not move into this, as I've heard people say, well, why did you move into it? I did not move with that here. I would have never. It's an aluminum structure. And the sound that comes from that aluminum structure, from even the sun hitting it and expanding, pop, 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 pop. Okay, we have that. We have, kids playing, whatever, underneath. So, school time, music. I've had meetings at my house, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You think it's a safe time, School starts at 2:30, sports usually don't start after that. Music is on DEFCON 5, where I'm embarrassed. I'm hosting a business meeting here, and you can't even talk in my house. Cannot even literally hear a word that's being said. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, whatever, we'll move on. I have garbage thrown into my backyard repeatedly. We had guests, I think it was like July 20-something. It was a Sunday afternoon, around 2:30 in the afternoon. Everybody's there. It was a small gathering. A little kid takes an aluminum bat and walks up and down the bleachers. You know what that sounds like? I would love you guys to just be in my backyard, come on over for a drink, tea, coffee, whatever, and just see what that is like every time there's an event. And you expect it. But there's a lot of extenuating circumstances that I feel that are overlooked, and we are just supposed to absorb it because this is where we live, and I don't think that that is fair. I have Monday night, I think it was track meet game, I don't know what it was, I had grown kids taunting my dog, barking at him, so he would bark back. I have garbage thrown in my backyard. Now, not only did they build the bleachers, but on top of the bleachers, they put a container for a press box. Now that's the eyesore for sure. Again, its use versus our quality of life. I don't see how that is fair, but we'll just move on. Now, with these new stadiums that were built, as far as the electric transformers that had gone in, they ended up somehow directly right beyond my fence, backyard. So we're gonna say maybe 70 foot from my house. If you look up a lot of the codes, they should be a lot further away from the back of my house. So you have a transformer that was on a pole going south. They moved it to my backyard. Then they built the transformers for the electricity right there behind the fence. So now you're gonna try to introduce new lighting, which is a whole other host of problems. I know I had sent an email basically wanting to know when these things are put, is there gonna be more electric? And I can absorb all of this electric magnetic energy for the rest of the neighborhood or the rest of the town that is continuously on in there. And with that being said, now when these lights have been used, you guys have listened a little bit better as far as when they were on and how much light it brought into our house where we had to move our bedroom. It was upstairs, it shined in our bedroom, so we moved the bedroom downstairs. My husband gets up at like 3 a.m. every morning to go to work. So well, not every morning, but most mornings. He does work a lot of weekends because of the type of industry he's in. Now, new lights, I would like to know, again, as Maureen, our neighbor, has asked, if we could basically know what these lights were gonna be and exactly know what kind of light are they gonna cast and how we will be impacted once again. And then the other things that I would like to bring out is as far as what organizations under these lights will continue, what will be added. I don't know if there's a list, I don't know if there's a contract, I don't know how that is done and whether that's done at a planning meeting, so that could be made transparent to us. So we have to schedule our lives around the school and what they propose or what they have rented out. And if and when these contracts may come across, we would like a full schedule of all of these events and times of the events. And I think really in conclusion, you know, it's a small group of people for a whole town, and we're not trying to say, we're not trying to be like, oh, we don't want this, we don't want that, but we do want a quality of life. We do want a home to come home to. We want to be able to sit and relax and enjoy our house. Yeah, minor inconveniences, I get it, but this is beyond minor inconvenience. This is a major life impediment. And I know you don't want to hear it, it's like loud noise and people complaining, but it's not. It's not. And I really would like you guys to really think about this in the future and what this planning is. And I would like to also know who donated the lights and what type of contract that was and what we had to do for that contract. Because I know if somebody's going to give me $6,000, they're going to want something back. All right, well, thank you for your time and consideration of all of my thoughts. And I hope that we can work together to do something to help us live our lives a little more peacefully than we have been. I have a litany of lists, but we could be here all night. I think I've made my message clear, and I hope I did. Thank you.
Any other?
Great, thank you. So, seeing no one else, we'll close our public comment period. Yeah, I'll answer as much as I can. So right now, we've so far all that's been done with the lights. We've accepted a donation from East Coast Soccer Club. That's the organization that is looking to make that donation. The board did that back in January. That's when they accepted that. There's no contract. We're not there yet. We're currently having conversation with East Coast Soccer Club about what that donation would look like in terms of field use, right? So they're looking to donate the lights, which is a significant benefit to us. It's a significant financial donation, but and then return use of the field, right, in the evenings, right? So that's what they're looking for. We'll receive the benefit of having the lights for our games in the fall. Being able right now for example, for our football team, our soccer teams, we rent lights. There's a week that we do that. We bring in lights and we have those evening games. We'll now be able to yeah, I know, they're allowed. So we'll be able to host those games. So we'll get the benefit of that. Same thing in the spring, for lacrosse as well. But there's no, the terms of that agreement with the soccer club have not been, nothing's been signed, nothing's been determined. It's really just discussion at this point to see if it makes sense for both sides, for us to enter into that agreement. And that's kind of where it is right now. It'd be premature for me to answer any other questions about what the field use would look like because we're just not there yet. In terms of being good neighbors, that we always appreciate the back and forth. I know just in conversations over the year with Maureen and Ed about those things, we've had those. We will continue to do our best to be good neighbors. We will continue to do our best to limit some of the nuisance items that go on. We know it's not easy living next to us as a resident. As far as the electric question goes, we have the current electric capacity that we have is sufficient for the lights. The lights, the security lights that are on the field now that are very old and problematic. When the wind blows, they spin around, and we have all sorts of issues with them. This replaces that. So it's 4 lighting poles that would be in each corner of the field on the outside of the track, but in kind of if you think of the corner end zones, that's where they would be. The height of the poles are 80 feet. They're 80-foot poles. They're LED lights, and the spillage of the lights, behind them is really minimal. When we did the bond in 2022, we brought the lighting company in, Musco, and I know a number of you were part of that. I don't remember if either one of you were at that meeting, but they actually brought in a model of the the lights and of the field. They actually turned the lights off in the cafeteria, and they showed, that there's no spillage behind them, right? So in terms of light into your backyard, there's minimal. They actually, the same lights were installed over in Plain Edge, and the setup there, I think, Maureen, you had even referenced that. You had visited that. The homes are much closer to where those lighting poles are. And they flew the drone over, the architect flew the drone over, turned the lights on at night, and you can see the backyards were in the dark, and the field was fully lit up. So in terms of that, in terms of the light structure themselves and impacting, your backyards, I don't see that as being an issue. However, it's going to increase the field usage and into the evening, which is your concern, right? So that's just, what I could probably share right now, but I don't have a definitive timeline until we have an agreement in place, and that agreement is accepted and the board agrees to that. Right now, we're just in the discussion stages, and then I'd be able to tell you more if that moves forward. Yeah, I'm always happy. Not with, this is it, right? I'm happy to have conversations with you. Yeah, all our plan, right? So they're open meetings, right? Typically, we don't have public participation at our planning sessions, but they're open to hear the discussion of the board. I don't know if that'll be a topic of discussion because we're not that far along, in terms of that agreement. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy. You happy to reach out to me via email. Happy to call you, fill you in what's going on. I'm not going to, happy to keep you included in the dialogue. Yep. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Understood. Yeah, I just think I don't want people to, I don't want, yeah, I just don't want people to be frustrated with there's limited information I can share with you right now, right? Yeah, it's all going to be permit driven, right? So that's what'll, that's what will determine if a team's using the field, it's going to be permit driven. We'll be issuing the permits. Got it. All right, well, we thank you for coming. We thank you for coming down tonight. I'm happy to talk to you further afterwards if you want.